Marky
There we
Mark!
go. What up?
What
Woo!
up? There he is.
What's up? You remember
Classy.
those? Remember those Budweiser
Yes.
commercials?
Yes, those Pulitzer Prize winning masterpieces. Yes. Oh
Exactly,
man.
exactly.
We're we're bringing it back. Oh boy. What's up, Nelson?
Ah, a bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah.
How's your week been? It's been well. I was going to say we haven't chatted in a while, but that's an absolute lie. We were on a podcast with James Deacon earlier this afternoon.
Oh man. Can we just, cut work today and just air that? I'm so proud of what we did on James's show today. It was really cool. I had a ton of fun, man.
Yeah, that was really awesome fun. He's a great guy. He's the perfect guy to be doing a podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't checked him out, check out his Facebook Live. I think he does it pretty much every afternoon during the lockdown on his Facebook page. But
He
yeah,
he
always an awesome dude.
He's going 5 to 6 now every day. That's what he decided. I think he was doing once a week or one big guest every few days that he can, muster up. But he's the type of personality and the kind of characters he can pull in, and just the variety of his show. It needs to be every day. It's a great
Yeah,
program. It's 1 hour long. Yeah, it's super fun, super fun.
yeah.
So I love how we
We can only string sentences together for 1 hour a week.
Yeah,
He
I
does
love
it
how
every
we
day.
open up. Yes, you did. That is correct. And I love how we open up praising another podcast and shooting ours in the foot. Isn't that great?
Hey, at least we're being honest.
Yeah, that's right.
Sincerity counts.
Expectations low, baby. Expectations low. All right. Hey, we still have people. To the 7 people still
Hey,
on. Thank you.
hey, you can't eat foie gras every day. Every now and again, you got to have Doritos.
Right. That's exactly what you know what? Just like you and I, we don't like driving our Ferrari every day. We like to take the bus once in a while.
Here, here. Oh, by
Hor
the way,
Horrible
welcome to the
metaphor.
show, welcome to the show, everyone. We just want to say once again, of course, this is going out to all of the frontliners and all the support staff and all the people out there trying to keep us safe. So thank you once again, as always. Um, but Ro, I want to ask you, dude, how has your week been? What are the highs? What are the lows? What's happened?
Wow. It's just been insane. Every time you ask me this, I swear I thought I can just rely on old news, but every day it just gets bigger and bigger and weirder and weirder. And for a high mark, I think you'll agree, we all have a lot more time on our hands, and some of us are putting that into use on the internet. And I tell you, when we're searching for things, I love now that we as a curious species are now watching documentaries, watching reading articles, things that are, in a sense, I hate to use this term, but woke culture. I just love that all our friends and people who are reading them, they're reading them with an open mind and watching these documentaries with an open mind. It's food for thought. It really is. The names that are involved, Fauci and Bill Gates and what have you. I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but it's interesting and it's good to be woke. You know what I'm saying? How about you? What's your high?
Well, my high is a slightly different kind of high. Uh, I've taken to trying to write notes in the morning after I do a meditation, and writing notes and writing 5 things that I'm grateful for or appreciative of, and I do that. And then the other day I was writing, and when I finished writing, I was like, you know what? This writing with a pen, I've forgotten how to do it. It's actually kind of enjoyable. It's therapeutic. So I was like, I want to write some more. So I did write some more. And then I was like, what am I going to write? What random stuff am I going to write? I'm like, I know. I'm going to write a poem. So I wrote a poem for the first time in years, and it was really fun. So that was my high. And because my
I
mother
love
is,
it,
is a
man.
huge poetry lover, yeah, I sent it to her. She loved it. Family loved it. So yeah, that's
You,
yeah, maybe something I'll try and do more often.
Nelson, you cannot do that. You cannot say you wrote your first poem and then not read it. You're leaving the audience hanging. You're leaving me hanging. I'd love to hear it. Does it rhyme? Does it rhyme? For me, poetry
Yes, it rhymes.
rhymes.
Yes, it
Oh,
rhymes.
yes. You're a rhymer. Awesome. Good. Do you have it with you? Did you memorize it? Oh, recite your poem. Cami
I've got,
ASCII11 says
I've got
recite
the.
your poem.
All right, okay. I'm gonna recite the poem. It's yeah. You're gonna have to give me a couple minutes. First of all, I just want to say shout out to all the nurses for Nurses Week. So that's going out for you guys. I
Okay. And
may actually. Yeah. So all right. So this is going out to all the nurses, but also all of our loved ones. All right. Here we go. Be patient, guys.
to all the nurses, entitled To All the Nurses I've Loved Before.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, there was one. Okay.
Just kidding.
All right. So the poem is called The Relationship of Now. The distance is great. Why have we been given this fate? Is it to learn to appreciate? The things we take for granted, their importance has been supplanted by distractions, meaningless interactions, our eyes glued to a 916 view instead of paying attention to the who. Who are the ones that love us? Who are the ones that care? Who are the ones that need us, with whom our lives we should share? And now we are under ECQ. The people we see are few, forced to keep our distance. Safety first is the insistence. Our eyes still glued to the screen, but not to watch a Hollywood scene. We use it to say hi, we use it to say bye. We are making a connection in this time of COVID infection. So should we celebrate that we can still communicate? Yes, we should indeed, because this connection fills a need. But it is only the start to fill the bigger craving of our heart, to see each other whole, mind, body, and soul. So let this time alone, all of these chats on the phone, remind us of who we miss, who we want to hold, hug, and kiss, so that when all of this is done, we can meet again in the sun and appreciate our time together, knowing that it doesn't last forever. So savor every moment, no matter when, where, or how, to truly make the most of the relationship of now. Ta-da!
Wow. That was nice. How long were you on the toilet for that one?
It's funny, I actually wrote another poem while I was on the toilet replying to something my mom said, like, oh, you're going to, or my sister said, oh, you're going to write more of these now? But I'll read that one out another time.
That's fantastic, Mark. No, that was really good, man. Really impressive. Really nice.
Thanks. But yeah, so that's my high. I've started writing poetry like my mom.
Nice, nice, nice. It's so funny. Yes, I have read some of your mom's poetry. Amazing stuff. And well, I see where you got it from now. I also wrote a poem today.
Oh, no way! Seriously?
Yeah, the history of us being friends. This is the day that we both wrote poems. I swear to you, it's freaking hilarious. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it though. I swear to you, everyone who's
Yes,
listening
you
in the
are.
audience, shit. Okay. It's for Fan Love. So Mark and I were involved with Fan Love, a wonderful organization that
Yes.
gives artists and celebrities and personalities a platform to say a simple greeting or not so simple, and anything clients want, we customize a greeting. And Ben Wintle, husband of the beautiful
Isa.
Miss Isa Calzado, asked me to do a fan love message for Isa. And the gist of it was, she's mad at me for coming to dinner late all the time and being mabaho because I'm not showering because of work, and everything is work related. I'm late to bed. I'm late to dinner. I'm not focusing on her. So he asked me to write her a I'm sorry poem, I guess. So,
Okay,
it took a while. It took a while.
It took a while. Are we allowed to hear it?
I don't know, but you know what? Screw it, because you guys tell me if it works or not, and tell me what I should change. So this is basically a rough draft. All right, ready?
All right, let's go. Yep.
Okay. Isa, I've been bad. I've been late, which you hate. I understand when you get irate. Cold plate out the gate. Adobo grease is now in a jelly-like state. But most unforgivable act that I've done is I made you wait. I'm not sleeping enough. I'm staying up late. It's not Tiger King, Ozarks, Pornhub, or a quick master. I'm up working. It's legit. It's all bookie, as you can see. I'm doing this so my ass can retire at 43. You say I'm a bajo because I'm too busy to shower. But when was the last time a man with power smelled like fragrant flowers? Bill Gates, Steve Jobs probably smell like tweed, success, and dust. But there's me, Ben, a sexier Elon Musk. So Isa, baby, please don't be mad. Here, looky, to run bookie, you can't be no rookie. Please be patient and trust him, said your fortune cookie. You're my queen, you're my wife. I'm licked in, you're spice. I'm bookie, you're nice. You're the ulam, I'm the rice. You're Instagram, I like your post twice. I'm so glad I find her. You made me delete my grinder. I sold my Prado. I love being called Mr. Ben Calzado. What do you think?
I love it. I freaking love it. That is gold. That is absolute gold. That is the best one you've done. I know you've done a couple of poems for Fan Love, but that by far is the best. Oh yeah, that was just. Whew. I'm actually getting messages from our production team. Hey guys, we're like 10 minutes in, we're 15 minutes in, but yeah, that was just. Whew, that was so worth it. So worth it. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. And thank you for sharing yours. Yours was super dope too.
Thank you very much, Ben and Isa, for letting us read that out. Yeah, I'm sure they don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. What was our first topic supposed to be?
Yeah. What was our topic? Geez. Well, you know,
advice you wish you listened to. Are you drinking tequila?
Did you know that Mother's Day this Sunday falls on Cinco de Mayo? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay,
really,
sorry,
I could have
Mark.
sworn
Yes.
it was on that. What was that? What was that other special holiday? 4th of July. I keep forgetting when that is.
That falls on a Taco Tuesday. Duh. All right.
Okay, good.
Yes. Our wonderful mothers.
Yes, let's talk about Mother's Day. They've given us so much great advice, like do not try and write poetry. But all right, what's the best advice your mother ever gave you?
Oh, geez, you know, my family, and I think a lot of Filipino families are similar to mine, where they don't give advice. They have a CCTV kind of way of looking after us. They know everything, they see it all, they're just gonna let it unfold, and whatever happens, they'll record it, they'll remember it, they know all the details, but if you want advice from them, you gotta go up to them and ask it. So that's their style. They just let us experience it. Be it if it turns out, you know, for the better or not for the better.
So they figure the best way of learning a lesson is to screw up?
Yes. Well, you know what? You got to learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
So in a way, they're not giving us a quote, but they're letting us experience life. I know you wanted a quote, but they will pale in comparison to what your mom is definitely going to tell us.
I think when my mom kind of led by example. So I've noticed that a lot of the things that I do in life are things that I had seen her do. Like I'm not always, well, I try and be patient because she's a patient person. She's a very understanding person. You know, she's sort of non-confrontational and all that. Yeah, but there's Has anyone ever said to you, okay, forget about the mums for a second. Has anyone given you advice that you have either listened to, or rather you wish you listened to at the time?
Mm.
Okay, I'll give you some
Well,
examples. If someone says like, oh, uh, hey, there are red flags for a reason, uh, or you, yeah, do what you love, follow your dreams, or anything like that. Or have you done those things?
well, both my parents, especially my mom, because her being a former teacher, education was number one. So she just had to make sure we all got our college degrees, and that was my dad's job as well. He had to work his booty off so that to pay for all our tuitions, and that was the number one thing. As long as you finish your degree, that's for me. You can have any other career you want, and I remember them saying that, and it just made me realize out of all the values that they cherish, it's education, and I guess that is a sign and a testament to them that they raised good kids. That was their gauge, an education. So yeah, I believe that's the quote that they left on me. That just has an indelible mark on me.
Okay, do you think that now, seeing that you're here doing an IG Live with me as your career, that they regret not telling you, no, you better stick to something and be a doctor, damn it?
Oh yes. Back when I was trying out for film school, there wasn't a lot of Asians in film school, and I'll tell you the Pinoy way, and maybe parents in general. If you have sons, and we have four boys, one is going to be a doctor, one's going to be an engineer, one's going to be in business, and the other is okay. He can be in media, or he can chase his dream being an artista or a celebrity. That's usually reserved for the younger one. But
I know.
I'm, what I'm saying. But I'm
You're
like,
the eldest.
I'll take that. I'm the eldest. Let me have that responsibility.
You're like, hold on,
So
I was born first. I get first pick.
I want to ruin my life first before them. Screw that. I
Yeah,
deserve
so
it.
yeah, you guys can be responsible, damn it.
Which they are. Thank God you met them. You know how they are.
Yes, they are. They're all very, very
Oh.
responsible. Oh,
How
geez.
about you, man? I'm sure Mommy Carol's given you some fantastic advice, wonderful Mark Twainish one-liners, stuff that you would tattoo on the side of your rib. You know what I'm saying? I know Mommy has tons of
Yeah,
wonderful
yeah, yeah.
advice.
I'm trying to think. I know there's no specific lines that she told me, but it was more like just making me understand that there's always another side. There's like to try and understand the other person's point of view is basically what I'm saying.
Mm.
And when we moved around, you would see, people have people from different walks of life, coming from different cultures. Uh, you would learn that your point of view isn't always everyone else's. And even though you might not necessarily agree with someone else's, you would understand why they might think differently. And this, I think, might have partly come from international schools and stuff, and just being surrounded by those kinds of people.
Do you think your brothers were raised differently from you, or Steve?
My brother,
Absolutely different. Yeah.
yes, my brother was raised quite differently. He was raised by my dad in Australia. He had a different kind of upbringing. We would see each other obviously a couple times a year, but he grew up tougher, I would say.
He grew up what? Proper?
Tougher. Just like
Oh,
he was,
tougher.
he was a little tougher. He was,
Yeah.
had to fend for himself a little bit more, I think,
Okay.
than I did.
Mhm.
And he was, he was a bully, number one. He bullied the crap out of me. Um,
Really?
yeah, so that was
Yeah.
his older brother role. But as we grew
Nice.
up, we're rock solid. Love each other dearly now. But
That's awesome. Speaking of love,
something, yeah. So I was going to say something that I learned from him is
uh-huh.
just to always be balanced. He was
Okay.
always fair on everything, but clinically fair. So anyway, sorry, you were saying?
No, he's a good man, and I like how you open it up to, you mentioned love.
Yeah,
What's some of the best advice your mom has given you in that department? Now, I don't know if she is a mom that likes to meddle. I feel that she's not. My mom in particular, she was fantastic with it as far as same way. You get to have your heart broken. You got to experience all that. I'm here if you need me. But I'll definitely teach you guys how to dance because I've seen you slow dance and you're horrible. So how about your mom?
uh, my mom, she never judged any of my girlfriends, any girl that I brought home. She was always very nice to them, never said anything bad about them. And I mean, maybe she, she liked some and she didn't like others, but uh, she would let me make my own mistakes and she didn't want to influence them either way. And I would see, I guess, uh, how if the girl I was dating was um, being a good person the way I would associate I would want a partner to be. And if she was, then okay, yeah, she's a good one. And if she wasn't, then I'm like, okay, well that person is not someone I want to end up with. Basically, I was looking for someone that had a similar attitude to life and people as I saw, for instance, in my mom.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess
The
in that regard, that was yeah, she acted as a role model.
Interesting, interesting. Now, the flip side of
And
that, of course,
yeah,
they say women like to uh, find a guy that has qualities similar to their father. Now, do you look for similar qualities that your mom has in a woman that you date?
absolutely. Um, I look for someone that is generally a good person, that is very sweet, that's understanding. Um, uh, yeah, those are the number one qualities I look for. Someone that's just a good person, has a good heart. And I know that's very
Right.
important to you too. And I
Yeah.
know that your mom also has that quality. So I think would I be correct in assuming that you look for that in women as well because you see it in your mom?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And the one thing that she instilled in me too is family structure. Whatever the current generation you consider a family now, families are very we have modern families now, but as long as it's a
Yeah.
family that you're happy, she wants that construct to remain in our life. So that's what I absolutely love about her. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't, I mean, I come from a broken family. Like my
Hmm.
parents divorced when I was quite young, but I mean,
Hmm.
both of them remarried, and uh, so I guess I still had the family structure. But I think the important thing is I had the one rock solid parent throughout, which was always my mom, and I was just lucky that she was an awesome example of a parent that I could relate to and look up to, and then look forward to trying being eventually myself. I'm seeing
Yeah.
that. Uh, oh, Jeffrey Sims says, "Ang galing yang anak ni Modesta." That's your mom.
Thanks, Jeffy. He nailed it. That's a quote he always says about my mama. They
Uh,
have a good relationship.
Yeah, Tita Fernandez, Tita Modesta she's awesome. Ikat is asking, Ikat Gallardo, what's the most valuable advice you got from your mom? Um, you know what? It wasn't necessarily advice, but it was something that she taught me. And I usually talk about my mom teaching me how to scuba dive and travel and stuff, but the most important thing she taught me was how to cook.
Yes.
Because if you're talking about love and getting a woman to fall in love, they say that the best way to move to a man's heart is his stomach. I tell you what, I don't know about that, but the best way to a woman's heart is definitely through her stomach. If you can cook for a woman and she enjoys it, it's like giving her an orgasm.
Um, I
Oh,
have tried
well.
your cooking and I have yet to orgasm, Mark, but thank you for that. I'll remember that next time I try your beef stroganoff. But
uh, I cook it differently for the ladies. Hey! Hey, James Deacon is here.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up? Uh-oh, now we have to. Up, we have to be professionals now. Ah, geez.
Ah, damn it.
Jimmy's
Okay,
here.
now we got to raffle stuff off and.
Yeah, now we got to raffle stuff off that we can't afford. One of our good friends, Matthew Soler, is doing a personal harana. She'll sing to your mom.
Yeah, serenade.
Some beautiful. I'm sorry.
Serenade.
Yeah, she'll serenade your mother and or anyone you want to be serenaded, and I think that's a wonderful idea as well. So there's many creative ideas in greeting your mom this year. Don't let COVID-19 be an excuse. Yeah, challenge yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely correct. And please, for the love of all things holy, make sure you call your mother on Mother's Day. Do not forget that. Just to remind you all, it's on Sunday. In whichever time zone she happens to be, make sure you call her on her Sunday.
Yes.
All right. So moving on, we've got another topic that we were planning to touch on, which is, I mean, obviously our parents, our mothers had big influences on the people that we've become. But what experiences have shaped who you are, for instance, apart from the wonderful advice that your mother has given you?
Well, now that I have lived here 20 years and I got to appreciate having domestic help. I've never had domestic help, but I have been in households where, maids are a normal thing here in our society. Everyone can get one at any, whatever demographic you fall in financially, you can still have a helper at home. And I see how valuable they are, in all aspects. So, but my parents who moved to the States and anybody who lives outside of the Philippines, it's very difficult to get domestic help or a helper. And for them to raise us on their own, again, we were four boys. While my dad was out working, my mom also had a job, but still, raised us at home by herself without help. And that is insane to me. That is insanely committed. It's a mother's love, and they'll do anything. They'll work 48 hours in a day if they can. And
Yeah.
That's what touched me. How about yourself? Did you ever experience? I got to find out what Mommy Carol did for you.
I'll tell you okay, it's something in line with this. I was just telling this story to someone recently. Growing up here, because I did grow up here for a few years when I was a kid, and so I experienced the whole culture of having a helper at home, and I would come home from school and she would cook me merienda, and it was awesome. And you can get a little bit spoiled with that. So when we left here, we went back to Australia, and I went back to school there. And I remember coming home from school in Sydney the first day, and I came home and I was like, "Hi, Mom, what's for merienda?" And she's like, "Sorry, there's no helper here. You got to go help yourself. You got to go fix it yourself." I was like, "What? What? I got to cook for myself? I got to make my own food?" And it's at that moment that I realized, I was like, wow, I was spoiled. I took something for granted. I think that whatever you grow up with, you tend to sometimes take a little bit for granted. And so sometimes you need a little bit of a shock to the system to make you appreciate the good things. That's why, when I make a wish, I always wish that, I want to be happy. But I also realize that I can't be happy all the time, because then I won't appreciate it. You've got to have the ups, you've got to have the downs. And so for people to appreciate the good things, they need to experience not necessarily the bad, but just not having them, so they can appreciate them that much the more. And I do hope that everyone appreciates, even though their mothers are around all the time or their helpers are around all the time, that you remember to appreciate them. Every now and again, you take the family on a vacation, don't take the helper, deal with your kids on your own, and then you appreciate your helper so much more.
Yes. Well said. Oh, but it's nice to treat the helper once in a while to come alongside on these trips with the family, but
oh yes,
don't
no,
have them
absolutely.
work. You know what I'm saying? Don't have them work. Just say, hey, you're a part of the family now. You've earned it. Come with us. I got this. I love families. I know, I'm sure you have friends that also do that with their helpers,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
they become a part of the integral part of the family. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Love yayas. But
oh, yeah.
can you imagine our friends now who are having one kid, maybe two, and they're already seeing and showing us how difficult it is. But back in the day when our parents were siblings of 8 kids, 10 kids, 12 kids, it's insane how they all made it work. Gotta love mama. Gotta love mama.
Oh, yeah, super, super, like much respect. I've got seeing some of our messages here. Ikat Gallardo, I consider my yaya as my second mom. She took care of me for 20 years. I still check up on her, especially at this time. And
Good.
and like her grandmother took care of 8 children. Mioy Sarmiento, it's nice if all help or babysitters love the children like their own. Um,
Yes.
let's see. Uh, if your helpers and mothers, include them in your Mother's Day greetings. That's very true. Christina King. Thank you. Yes. If your helper is a mother, please don't forget to
Yes.
greet them. That's super
Yes.
important.
Yes.
Uh, and to all the mothers, all the grandmothers, if you have friends that are mothers, uh, oh wow, someone telling Yellen, I miss our helper more than my kids. Oh, I miss our helper more than my kids miss her. Okay.
Makes
Sorry,
of course,
I
Tellin.
had to finish. I had to finish reading that sentence. I miss my
Tellin,
our helper more than my
like
kids.
most women, is correct. No, I'm sure everybody misses their helpers right now.
Yes, no, absolutely. They definitely are the best. Oh,
And
uh,
props to all the single moms out there. They don't get enough love.
yeah.
Again,
Actually,
broken families is a normal thing right now, but single moms, props to them. It's tough enough raising a kid with dual income, dual parents, dual sources of inspiration. But gosh, props to women, single women,
yeah. My mom was
single
a
women. Props to single mothers.
I know you love single women. Um, my I was gonna now wow, I almost said my mom was a single woman once. Yes, she was. Um, my mom was a single mother for a few years, actually after her and my dad got divorced before she met my stepfather, and she managed
Hmm.
to raise two boisterous boys um, and work uh, back in the days like in Tasmania and Australia, and obviously had no help. She had to rely on neighbors, like, hey,
Mm.
if when the boys come home from school, like I'm working. I think she was an Avon lady,
Wow.
and was doing all sorts of stuff. So I mean, thankfully we had neighbors that could help us then. But can you imagine how hard it would have been to raise two kids without having the
Yeah.
infrastructure of help that they have now? Just have to rely
Yeah.
on the friendship of neighbors.
Yeah.
Um,
I would love to start a petition, Mark, and I know you'd back me up on this. Of course, we have Mother's Day every May 10 here in the Philippines. I
yeah.
would love to have a happy single mom's day as well. You know what I'm saying? Can we start that
Oh,
petition?
absolutely.
Right? They deserve a
Absolutely.
day on their own.
Yes. It's yeah, it's tough. Um, I can't even imagine. As you said, I see how difficult it is for couples to manage having a couple of kids, even with help sometimes. So imagine a single mom trying to do like, okay, I've got to work, I've got to take care of the kid and make sure that they have all of the, that they're raised correctly with enough love and attention and take them to their extracurricular activities and pay their tuition and, whew, wow, I've got a headache just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
We
Oh,
got What a Good Life. What's up? Thank you for hanging out with us again. Great teachers. Happy Mother's Day too. They took care of us when we were in school. Yes. We haven't even
very good
touched
point.
the surface regarding teachers. They deserve to have their salaries tripled if not quadrupled after this COVID-19 pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Teachers are
Right.
so valuable now that we understand what they go through.
Okay. Now, speaking of mothers and how much we love them, they are obviously Mother's Day is the topic of this week. So our caption this week has been very geared toward moms. Now, if you haven't looked at our caption list for this week, if it disappeared before you had a chance, I'm going to show you what the first one is. This is the caption this. All right. So if you have an answer for this picture, please type it in now. Leave it in the comments. We have actually picked a winner for this, but we'd love to see what else you guys have to say. Can you see what she's holding? I don't think you want me to tell you what she's holding.
I actually don't know what she's holding, but yeah, it looks quite ominous.
It does look quite ominous.
Great pick. Great
It
pick,
is a-
though. Courtesy of Nico Santos. We ripped it off his page. So thank you, Nico, for not giving us permission to use it. So we appreciate you.
All right, and I'm going to show you the second picture for our caption this. That is a gray-haired lady doing a keg stand, which is something I've never done. Have you done a keg stand?
No, bro, I've never done a cake stand. That is way out of my range of motion. I don't like beer either. Neither do you, right?
No, not a big beer person. Someone is
Okay.
a lot of people are asking, what is she holding? Is that a samurai? I'm going to show you that picture again.
You want to
It
describe it,
looks-
Mark?
I'll let you describe it because I'm holding it.
Honestly, I was trying to look at it earlier today. Oh, geez.
Eka
It looks
has
like
said,
those.
is she holding a dildo? Ha ha ha.
Okay, she
Is
said
that
it.
what it
We
looks
did
like?
it. Thank you, Ikat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Eka. That had nothing to do with us.
All right. Huge smile on her face, on Mama's face, by the way. So it must be a dildo.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to read out some of the answers that we've had so far. I love this one. Look what your Lola gave me for Mother's Day. Here you go. Washed it for you, Anak. I have this in pink. I have this in pink. It goes up to level 5 vibration. Uh, uh, tried using this to curl my hair and it just started vibrating violently. And the winner is Anak. Your vibrator is low bat na.
Who's that by?
That was who wrote that? Sorry. It was by Zizzylicious.
Zizzylicious. That's, I think, Zizi's second time. Well done, Aziza.
I think
If not
so.
third. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
well done. Way to go, Aziza. I'm just looking. Oh, Alexa Concho's here. Hey, Alexa.
Yeah. What's up, Alexa?
And
thought
she
she's
said,
holding
no,
a
I missed most of
microphone.
it. Oh. Ash Yorkie said, Anak, do I need to sterilize this? Justin Medina, first look, I thought she's from Star Wars. May the Force be with you. Oh, this is a good one. Jerushal Gamboa, the part of a family trip they don't show.
He's been giving in some good ones. Nice, Jerushal.
Yeah, good job. All right, we're going to move on to the second caption this, which was, once again, this one. A lady, let's just assume she's a mom, doing a keg stand.
Oh, that's definitely
All right.
a mom. Maybe it might even be a grandma,
It may be a grandmom. Let's see.
which is even props to her.
Oh yeah, I'm super impressed with. I'm just super impressed with anyone that can do a keg stand.
Thank you.
It,
Grandma or
yeah,
not. Yeah.
grandma or not. I mean, the handstand thing appeals to the gymnast in me, but the drinking beer upside down, that's talent.
That's tough.
That's just,
That's a tough. While keeping your dress up as well and not revealing, your undergarments. That's
yeah.
also talent.
Now, speaking of undergarments, some of the answers to some of the answers we got for this.
Uh-huh.
Mom, Mom, I told you to wear panties when doing shit like this. Uh, um, also, single moms on their day off. Son, you know now where you got your skills from, diba? I like that. Uh, your mom is so cool she did handstand push-ups while drinking.
That's for
And
sure.
yep. And hold on. Oh, single moms on their day off. I think I read that one. Do you guys have any more answers for that?
Let us know. Challenging you guys out there on that are watching us. We'd love to see your version of Lola doing a cake stand. Can you think of one
Any
right
more
now,
comments?
Mark, for that?
For that? No, I can't. Can you? I know you've got a perler up your sleeve.
No, no, no. I had one earlier, but it wasn't for. Oh, that takes the cake. Is that it? That takes the cake? James
No, that
Deacon
takes the
wrote that
beer.
takes the cake. It
That takes
runs
the
in the
beer.
family.
Okay. Shall we announce the winner?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, hold on. Ikat Gallardo says it runs in the family. All right. But the winner is dum da da dum. Me. Just 2 bottles. Promise. Also me. 3 hours later. Sorry, just
Nice.
say, yeah. And that was by shit. I can't read that. Can you read? I
Oh,
cannot
geez, no.
read. Oh, sorry. Jerushal Gamboa. Oh,
Oh, okay. Crucial. He's been sending in some solid ones, man. Thank you, bro. Well done. So we're gonna post both of the winners, Aziza, and
and
Jerushal.
Jerushal Gamboa. There's a few
Congrats.
more in here. It it runs in the family. Now you know where I got my drinking skills from. There's Techie Lola and there's Drunky Lola. Oh, I like that from Shelly27. Jel Decker said, Mom was like, liquor ban. What? Y'all can't take me away from my keg.
Exactly in that voice, Mark.
Exactly in that
Good.
voice, because that's exactly what what Mom says. Oh,
Good stuff.
all right. And
They're
now
getting better and better.
they are getting better and better. So congratulations, guys. We're really glad that you guys are getting into all of this. We also had we ran another little contest, which was My Mama Says, basically the best sayings from your mom. Um, so let's see, what were they? We actually asked you to write in those sayings, and also if you wrote them in Tagalog, you get extra points. So let's see. Let's ask our production team to send those over. Now, the comedy in this is not only the sayings, but the fact that I'm going to have to read these things in Tagalog. Just to let you guys
Oh,
know, right now, Revilson's got a little bit of a technical issue. His Wi-Fi's not working, so he has to use his phone. And so in order to communicate with our production team, he can't because he's using his phone obviously for this, which means it is left to me to be in contact with our production team, and they're sending me all of the answers. I personally
all
think we
right.
just did it. This is just a convenient excuse so Revilson doesn't have to try and read out Tagalog lines.
No, I swear, brother, I will try to read them out with you after you. But you know what? Let's take this moment, Mark, and let's be a Tagalog speaker. You can read it. It's just how much flavor you put into it, all right? I know you can read Tagalog. It's just the intonations, and you might get some of the syllables incorrectly, but I have faith in you. You've been here long enough. You're gonna nail it, brother. And you got to make sure. You know how the Tagalog language is. If one word is off, it completely changes everything. You know how that works, right? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Do we want to hear Mark Nelson speak Tagalog lines and give motherly advice? Yes, thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, good Lord! Wow, there's a lot of responses all of a sudden. Okay, thank you for all your support. I'm going to start off with there's like one English and one Taglish one, so I'm going to warm up with that. Nadia1281 says, my mom always calls me my mestiza. Hihi, is that Tagalog or Visaya? I guess it's Tagalog. I think it's also Spanish. Neil Dordines, kakakomputer mo yan, to everything that's related to the computer. That's
one more time, Mark. Yeah. One more time.
Kakakomputer mo yan. Is that all right?
I think so. I got it. Yeah, yeah. Do we agree, people?
Do you know what that means? That means.
What does that mean? Kakakomputer mo yan.
It means that's because you're always on your computer, which is this person's mother's reason for anything bad that happens.
Yes, get that a lot.
Okay, when the two kids are fighting, the mom says, "Pag di kayo tumigil, isa, dalawa, at kabahati, tatlo." Kabahati, is that right? Kabahati? I think so.
1, 2, 2.5, 3, parang ganon.
Yes, exactly. Yes. If you don't stop fighting, 1, 2, 2.5, 3.
Gotta love mom, always merciful.
Kabahati, I always thought it was Kalahati. Kalahati's half, right? Anyway.
Yeah, Kalahati's half. 2.5, 2.5, 3.
Yeah,
after dalawa
it says Kabahati, or maybe it was a typo. Anyway, What a Good Life. What a Good Life. That was from What a Good Life, and here's another one from What a Good Life. Oh, this looks tough. Pag di mo nakita yang pinapahanap ko, nako, makikita mong bata ka. Did you understand that?
One more time, please.
Pag di mo
with
nakita
feeling,
yang,
Mark Nelson. With
I'm
feeling.
trying.
Come on, let's go.
You
got this, buddy. With feeling. Come on.
Okay. Pag di mo nakita yang pinapahanap ko, nako, makikita mong bata ka. Is that, I think that's right? Do you know what it means? You have to translate it. Come on, Roberto. I'll read it. You have to translate it. That's the way this works.
Okay, fine. One more time. I'd like to hear it one more time so the audience can hear it. One more time.
Oh, yeah, so the audience can hear it, right. Okay. Pag di mo, sorry, one more time. Pag di mo nakita yang pinapahanap ko, nako, makikita mong bata ka.
If I don't find what I'm looking for, I'm taking it out of your ass in not so many words. Was that right?
Not exactly. Kind of. You're going in the right direction. I mean, not in the ass direction, but in the right direction.
Well, that's how my mom would talk to me.
So if you don't find what I ask you to look for, you'll see. Like if you don't find what I ask you to look for, you'll see.
Oh boy. You'll get the belt. Yep, you better keep looking. All right.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh my goodness. That's half a point. Kalahati yung point.
Half a point. From May Obien. Ang hindi magsimba ay mapupunta sa impyerno.
One more time with feeling, Mark. Be a mom. Let's go.
Ang hindi magsimba ay mapupunta sa impyerno.
Ay, caramba, mama, sige. You're basically saying if you don't go to church, you're going to hell. Infierno.
Wow.
Infierno was...
Yes, that's exactly right. And let me
Again,
guess, the only reason you know that is because your mother said it to you.
it's ingrained in the back of my head. Yes. It's not fair. You sound like my mom, Mark.
Woohoo! I sound like Modesta. Oh
Great.
dear.
Nightmares. All right, keep them going,
Oh
buddy.
my
Keep
God,
them
how many
going.
more of these are there? This is
I
okay.
know. My ears are bleeding already. Can we stop? Jeez. We're at time check
Okay.
9:53.
All right. Okay. We'll try and go through these
We'll do one
relatively
more. We'll do
quickly.
one more.
Uh, let's see. Uh,
I want the audience to get this. Come on, guys, help me out here. I
okay.
can't be the only
This one,
Tagalog speaker here, and I'm horrible.
whenever this person asks for money, Jill Decker, whenever she asks her mom for money, nagtataya ba ako ng pera?
Do I shit out money?
I don't shit money. When you ask your mom for money, can I have some money? Nagtataya ba ako ng pera? Nagtataya.
What mom says that? I don't even think a dad says that, much less a mom.
I'm gonna remember that one.
That's a good one.
Next time
Oh
you
my
ask me for like
goodness.
$50 to pay for parking, I'm gonna say nagtataya ba ako ng pera?
I can't wait for tax season. Talaga, you want my VAT? Sige. Ano? Nagkataya akong pera?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it.
Whew.
Oh,
Let's
Jill
gain
Decker.
control of
Yeah,
our show.
I'm glad my mom isn't watching. Oh, but she can watch
Yes.
this later. Oh, Jen
I love.
Falaya says that. Oh,
What's up,
welcome to.
Jen?
Oh, Kai. Kai says, "I'm one. Oh my God, perfect time to come in." Oh, geez.
Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. And that is your Tagalog lesson for the day, courtesy of Revilson Fernandez and Mark Senor Nelson.
Yes.
We have brought back the Tagalog language 30 years. Pasensya na po.
Yeah. Sobra. Remember when we used to do that Tagalog minute on Dare Duo? Oh, that was so hard.
Oh, that was tough. Oh my goodness. But thank you guys. How we do? Oh, we got 9:55 on the time check. We just want to leave a couple of minutes for our goodbyes and what's going to be happening later on with us. But again, I love it. I love the themes. This week it was Mother's Day, and we hope none of your mothers were listening. But we had a great time talking about our love for, the greatest woman in our life. Undoubtedly, it's our moms. So, what do you want to leave with, Mr. Nelson?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to let everyone. Well, I see Zach Looney. A lot of people seem to like this whole reading Tagalog thing. We may try and do something similar to that another time, but we just want to let everyone know that next week we're going to be trying out something different. We're going to be doing Facebook Live. So please, guys, next week we will be plugging this all over our Instagram as well. Next week we're going to Facebook Live. There is a Mark and Rove Facebook account. So please make sure that you head over there next week. It'll just be a lot easier for our production crew and for us to hopefully have a better connection and everything. And we hope that you guys will be able to share it and tell your friends about it. And yeah, fingers crossed.
And what's great about Facebook Live, from my understanding, Mark, is you can actually hold Facebook viewing parties as well. So it could exponentially, grow. You can exponentially grow the viewership amongst you guys, and if you just let your friends know, hey, Mark and Rover on again, and we would love to have more of you guys on and spreading the the good faith and just hanging out with us. We appreciate your time. You could be watching any other podcast or Netflix or hanging out with your family, but you chose this time to spend with us, and we're really appreciative. And The show just gets better and better, and we love giving it to you.
Yeah, we're so thankful that you guys have joined us. You've been contributing so much good stuff. Please continue to write in and join our stupid competitions, our Caption This and Answer the Questions, because this show is not a show without each and every one of you.
Wow, thank you. Oh, we got from Mew Sarmiento. This is funnier and more entertaining than Netflix. Oh, thank you. We appreciate it.
Oh,
some people are asking when it be. I think we're going to stick with Thursdays, 9 o'clock, Mark.
9
I think,
p.m.
We
that is absolutely correct.
Confidently say that. Okay, okay.
And Yupiao said, yes, FB Live is longer than IG. So, yep, 9 p.m. next week on Facebook Live, Mark and Rove is the account. And we may go over an hour.
Yes, it's always been medyo bitin for Mark and I. We still want to continue it. Of course, IG Live has its restrictions, but on Facebook Live, from our understanding, you can go a little bit over an hour. So we're going to put on a really good show for you guys. We're going to, have some more great segments. We're going to have a special guest as well, and we're going to start incorporating special guests into our show. And that's the part where we say we need new friends. You're going to understand what we mean by that, right?
And on that note, we say goodbye, adieu. We need new friends, but not you guys. We love you. We're definitely going to keep you guys. Bye. We'll see you next week on Facebook Live. Woo!
See you guys.